You're listening to I Know All About That with Joe and Curtis.
I don't need anybody else's opinion. I know what I'm talking about
There's a lot of confidence there.
because it's me. Suck it up, buttercup, and let's do it.
Well,
Can they do that?
maybe we don't know all about that.
I hope he picks up.
Hey, this is Joe. Sorry,
Daggone
I can't get. Just leave a message, and I'll return your call as soon as possible.
Okay, well, he'll probably call back. Welcome to another episode. It's me and Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
Miranda is my beautiful wife, and she also hosts the trivia episodes. So now you get to see her for the first time.
Hello.
So take a look at the camera.
Hello.
See, she looked at the camera, not the screen. It's
Yeah, the
already a
screen
level
Joe's
up.
already like,
It's already a level up on this guest. So what do you want to talk about?
oh, I have some topics.
Do you?
I do.
Because I wanted to get this opportunity to try something a little different. I've heard another comedian that we both really love, Dusty Slay, wearing his hat right now. We're having a good time. And his podcast, his wife is on there with him.
Yes.
And it's a great idea because they have great chemistry.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get into some really funny conversations. And we've listened to it and relate quite a bit to it.
Too much.
Because just the back and forth that
Yeah.
we have. And we're like, we should occasionally record these. Not all the time, but
True.
I think it'd be good. So we're going to give it a shot. And here we are.
Well, here we are. I really want to know how you feel about my video viewing habits.
So first off, I just realized they're getting a real good shot of my thigh here. Should have put some pants on, some sweatpants.
Got shorts on too, so.
Yeah, but for some reason my thigh is it was really shining.
Well,
don't know
your
why.
thigh is very white. You don't wear shorts.
I don't. Well, I'm starting to wear them more now because it's summer.
You are.
But, look at that.
Oh, okay. Good
Dad's
wait.
calling.
It's fine.
Before we get into the first topic, let's answer this.
All right.
Joe's Pool Hall 8-Ball speaking. What are you doing?
Well, this is cue ball. What do you want?
Where are you right now? You underwater?
No, I'm in upstairs watching television, watching a western.
Oh, shocker.
What?
Well, you're live on air right now.
I am
Yeah.
Yes, you are, Joe.
You were the first caller.
first caller for what?
Well, this is you're live on air on I Know All About That. I got Miranda on as a guest.
Hello.
And
Oh, hey,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah, and you're on the show via cell phone.
Well, that's crazy. That's great. Gosh dang. So
Ah.
hang 10, okay?
What's that?
Hang 10 just a second.
What are you going to do?
I'll be right back.
He's going to drive here.
He left.
Okay, I'm on live, right?
Yeah, you're on live.
Man, that's pretty cool.
You were
Monday.
the first caller and we
Mhm.
picked up, and it's cuz we called you at the top of the show and you didn't answer.
You didn't answer.
Oh, I was talking to somebody on the phone, but I didn't see it call me.
Yeah.
When was that?
Oh, it was just like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the shower.
So what were
I
you
take
doing?
care.
Tell me the truth. Were you on the phone with somebody or were you in the shower?
I was in the shower.
Not the
That's okay.
shower. The shower.
You don't take your phone in the shower with you?
No, it's not a waterproof.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
They are.
I take
This
my
ain't- this
phone in
ain't
there
the-
all the
this ain't
time.
Hey, this is not the Titan, and if it implodes, it's not going to
Hey,
help.
hey,
It's not
listen.
gonna matter.
Hey, too soon. All right? Too soon.
Too soon for what?
You can't be talking about them like that.
Mm-mm.
Them people
I'm
just
not talking about them. I'm talking about the machine.
well,
Well, they were in the machine.
Yeah, with a remote control. from
No.
a game.
no, they were in there with it.
Mm-hmm.
I know. With a remote control, Nintendo thing, Atari thing.
Yeah, so they did control it via a video game controller. That's true, but Atari wasn't the engine of the Titan.
It may as well have been the engine.
Well, it seems like
So
that.
what do you want me to talk about?
I don't know. We just wanted to give you a call. We're trying out this feature on the soundboard of connecting a phone. We might do some call-ins here in the future, or have some people call in the show. And I just wanted to see what it was like.
Who else is there?
It's just me and Miranda.
Oh, cool. Where are the kids?
They're asleep.
Sleeping
Why?
because it's their bedtime.
Oh, you parents got to relax a little bit. Oh, so you're doing a live show. Man, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's as live as we normally do it. We're recording it, and then it'll come out in a month or so.
Oh, so whatever we talk about is going to come out, huh?
That's typically
Is that
how
like
it goes.
coming out of the closet, or?
This is why I'm afraid to do an actual live show with
I
that.
agree. You're never
Because
gonna go. You don't know what you're gonna get.
You can't take
If
back.
you do a live
You
show,
can't.
I'll behave if you do a live show.
You're not behaving
I may
right
dress
now.
like a clown.
This is
I may dress
basically,
like a clown. Yeah, but they can't see me.
but
yeah,
they
but
can
they're
hear
still
you.
gonna hear you.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I may dress like a clown or something.
Honestly, I would love that. I think that'd be great. Or you dress like Santa Claus again. Maybe we do a live Christmas show.
Well, I don't know. I could dress like one of my favorite athletes when I was a kid, Bruce Jenner. But anyway, I'd have to change clothes during the middle of it. Ooh, boy.
What was that? You cut out. What was that?
Yeah, I didn't cut out. You heard. Did you guys have a good day?
Yeah, it was a good day. It was.
Mhm.
It was a Monday, so I had a good Lord. You got COVID over there. You need to chill out.
It's my tuberculosis acting up again. So
Your tuberculosis, like it flaring up on you, flares up on
today.
Monday.
Today I was at work, and I'm riding the Sam Pro, and I had to stop for a second to let some people golf, and I sneezed real loud. I mean, it was
Yeah,
loud.
and Miranda and I both know how loud your sneezes are because
And
mine are just as loud.
They're stupid, ridiculously loud.
It's insane.
Oh man, they love it at school because they'll come
It's one
running
of my
down the road.
topics.
Everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. He says sneeze.
So did the golfers say anything to you? Did you get in trouble?
They kind of looked at me, and I thought, well, you're not very good anyway, so I don't know why it bothered you. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh,
Do you? I
So-
feel like maybe. Have you been riding the Sam Pro a lot lately?
yeah, I have
Yeah.
been. I have been.
And that makes a lot of sense because if y'all don't know, the Sam Pro just goes in circles all the time. And
All
I think
the time.
that's
I'm
what's
just going
going on.
round and round and round.
because the
And where
last
it
guy,
stopped-
what's that?
And where it stops, only Joe knows.
Yeah, the last guy that ran the Sam Pro was Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh yeah, you remember, don't
Interesting
you?
way to put it.
Yeah, and so I think Dad's on his way to that.
I'm past the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm for cuckoo for Lucky Charms now, man.
Well, it ought to be Cuckoo for cornflakes because you can't be having all that sugar.
What
Well,
colored cereal?
yeah.
You got that
Well,
diabetes.
Cocoa Puffs are nasty anyway. Mom used to get that for us. That's nasty.
No, she did not.
Curtis was not allowed to
my
have.
mom.
Oh, you're okay.
Okay.
My mom.
Oh, okay.
They
my
had colored
mom.
cereal when you were a kid?
We had colored cereal. We had a bunch of snow.
So why
we
didn't
walked
you?
to school uphill both ways. Sometimes barefooted. Yeah, we
crows
had
were
it
different.
hard, but
Obviously.
we survived. We survived.
You
Now,
survived.
why can't I have colored cereal? That don't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. Talk to Mom about it. I wasn't allowed to have it growing up.
He had it for the first time when we got married.
Colored cereal?
Yes.
This man, Joe, the man you raised is obsessed with regular corn flakes that have no flavor and no color and nothing in it, and they're disgusting, and he can eat the entire box.
Yeah, you need, son. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure I taught you to put sugar on those puppies.
Well, I buy him
they-
frosted flakes, and that's at
Now,
least a little better.
I could have Frosted Flakes because
Frosted
it didn't
Flakes
have the
need
dye.
sugar
in it.
also.
It wasn't about the sugar.
Frosted-
It was about the red dye 82 or whatever. Red dye 40.
but you're not allergic.
Oh my gosh!
Could have
I
been.
think your mom's on. Your mom's gone back to a generic time on a movie or something.
Hey, Dad, we're being recorded right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mom. Yeah.
I don't know if she's listening anyways. Well, what Western you watching, Dad?
Well, Tales of Wells Fargo. I wish you could see it. The background is so real on this show. You would not believe how
Well,
real.
I guarantee you this show's got a lot of like stagecoaches in it because that's what that's about.
Isn't Wells Fargo
Tales of
it's like
Wells
bank.
Fargo.
bank or something?
But
Yeah.
it started out as stagecoaches
Jim Hardy.
transporting.
Jim Hardy.
He did.
Jim Hardy's the man.
That's not what I'm asking, Joe.
Jim
Well,
Hardy.
yeah.
Who is that? What's he? Is he the actor?
That's his movie show name, Jim Hardy.
Okay.
Let me think who he really is. Hang on.
No,
I'll
that's
tell you
fine.
a
We're
second.
good. You can.
We're good.
Keep thinking.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo used to be like, they used to transport stuff.
So like
Yeah.
stagecoaches
Gold
like full of like money and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
kind of like the
Yeah.
Pony Express. Like they
Gotcha.
were they put the Pony Express out of business.
Pony Express is mail.
Yeah, but they're
Well,
like the FedEx of
yeah,
the
but
time.
Wells Fargo could be mail also.
That's what I'm saying. They put
Fargo
the
could
Pony
be
Express
mail.
out of business.
Okay.
Google it.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Dale Robinson's the one who plays Jim Hardy, so I wanted to tell you that.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm watching it's a commercial, The Balance of Nature. I don't know about those things.
Well, that's about yoga.
No, it's about taking some kind of like vitamin things, the fruit and stuff, and it's good for your body, and then it helps your memory and stuff of that nature. And
You should probably have
and-
some of that.
no, I don't.
I probably should.
Don't
I
need
had
it.
memory problems.
You do. Last
I'm
couple
sure.
of
I'm
days.
sure we'll get to
Well, I
that.
don't. I can't remember what I forgot. Okay.
Well, that,
Um,
that might be a good way to go ahead and close it out. I think we'll go ahead and we'll continue on the show. We appreciate you calling back.
well, I thought, well, okay. And as the grandkids talked about fishing.
No.
Oh,
All right, we gotta move on with the show. We're not getting into.
Hey, so-
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so-
go ahead.
don't call me Gourdhead again. I get tired of that too. People call me Gourdhead. So why'd you call me? Oh, for the show. Yeah. That's pretty cool. A live show. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's not live, but like I'm giving you a call. You're on the show. Wait.
Yeah. Like, can I use that line? Can I use that call line to talk to somebody? Yeah, that's good.
No,
I like
but we got another call coming in. So I'm gonna have to hang up on this one and take that one. Okay.
that. Oh, good excuse. Okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, you guys have a good evening. Thanks
Here
for
come-
letting me join in.
Yeah. Thanks for calling,
Okay.
Joe. We appreciate it. Hope you keep
All right.
listening to the
Love you
show.
guys.
We like you too. All right.
Like. Well, anyway,
Thanks a
I
lot,
will-
Joe,
you
for
better
calling
hang up
in. We appreciate it.
you better hang up before I respond to that.
All right, Joe. Thanks for calling in. We hope to catch you soon. Here's another.
All right.
Here's another 9 songs in a row with no ads. Okay. We about didn't get out of that. We're 20 minutes into the show.
Your dad could talk forever.
You
about
hear
that?
him come alive when I said, you're on the show,
I'm pretty
man."
sure he was probably laying down
was.
watching a
I
show,
know
and
exactly.
he had to get up
He got up and closed the door.
so he could talk on the phone.
Yeah, so he could talk louder because he yells on the phone.
He yells at everything.
He likes to,
He's very animated.
well, but he doesn't realize that the phone is what takes away having to yell at people.
Correct.
Like you can now talk normal at long
Yeah.
distances and they can hear you. All right. I'd like to interrupt your I'm going to read an ad here for our sponsor. So shout out to Sandra Catering for sponsoring this episode of I Know All About That. All right, here we go. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Sandra Catering, for making today's show possible. Sandra Catering has been in business since 1994, which I've also been in business since 1994. That's when I was born. It's my birth year. Located in Jasper, Indiana, Sander Catering is the largest and best caterer in Southern Indiana, and that's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you about that. Sander Catering offers a wide variety of menu options and are best known for their famous fried chicken, their 1.5-inch smoked barbecue pork chops. Those are fantastic. Probably my favorite menu item. Their beef brisket and their pulled pork. Those two are also great. They can cater parties as small as 10 and as large as 5,000. So think about 1,000 people times like 5. They can do it. So corporate events, private parties, weddings, proms, graduations, whatever you need. Great service, even better food. Sander Catering, thank you so much for sponsoring. I know all about that. Now back to the show. You were talking about something. Did he text us?
He called us something.
He called us poop emoji heads. Poop heads.
It's probably not.
It's a
very
family
nice.
show.
It's a family show.
But he did put the poop emoji. I will say that. Okay, what were you talking about? First subject.
Yeah, I'm going to change that subject now because your dad brought up this topic. Why do men sneeze so loudly when it is uncalled for? And you karate chop the air when you sneeze. You're going to throw your back out.
Yeah, I'm going to pop a rib out before I die for sure. I don't know. It's not all men because I had a friend in high school who he had armpit hair in the 3rd grade. And when he sneezed, he'd go, and I'm not even joking. That's what he did.
That doesn't even feel like it would, or sound
Exactly.
like it would feel satisfying.
But then me, I just got armpit hair 3 years ago, and I sneeze and I do, karate chops and all. And it's just a way I've got to move my body because it's the same concept of like if you try to open your eyes when you sneeze, they'll pop out your head.
That's what they say, but it's not true.
It's true.
It's
if you remain completely still when you sneeze, something's got to move, and it's probably going to be a rib. And so me moving is making sure that I don't pop a rib out. I got my body's at because it's a full body expression.
It is a full body movement for you, but I'm not saying you're going to pop out a rib. I don't think you're popping out a rib.
I'm not because I know how to counteract it.
No, you're not going to counteract it. You're going to throw out your back, and I'm going to have to take you to the chiropractor.
You asked and I told you. So listen.
Not a very good answer.
I think it was the answer, the only answer because it's true. What's the next topic? You got something else for me?
Okay,
something
we'll go
else
back.
You want to make fun of?
Yeah, plenty of things. Let's talk about my video viewing habits.
Oh yeah, your
and what you really think about them.
So, I don't know how many.
For those of you who don't know, listening to this podcast, I have an unusual way of watching videos and TV shows.
Yeah, watching is a strong word for what you do.
Okay, I'm explaining.
You asked me the question.
I did.
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. So I have a habit of watching the same movie. I get fixed on a movie that I've seen many times before, and I use it as background noise. And it's just the same movie on repeat until I get tired of it, and then I change it. And it apparently is not normal, and my husband does not care for it.
I've watched Twister 247 times since we've been married.
Probably, and that number is not accurate.
Because you don't watch it. You put it on the TV of a night and you just roll over. You might look at your phone for a few minutes and then you just go to sleep. And the TV. But then this is what concerns me is the credits will roll and she wakes up from her sleep and turns the movie off and then goes right back to sleep. It's like her body knows credits are rolling. Let's go ahead and because it freaks me out. I'm always like,
True.
Oh, the movie's over. And sometimes I watch it. Sometimes I watch my own stuff on my phone. Like clockwork. You wake up and do that. You also wake up and talk too. But you don't really wake up.
I wanted to bring that up too. So I haven't done it in quite a while. I usually only sleep talk when I'm very sleep deprived. So when we brought home Jensen and brought home Remy, I slept talk quite a lot, and you kept some of those conversations recorded.
Pulling them up right now.
But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the very first time that I slept talk to you when we first got married.
Yeah. So this is something I'm trying to work into my act, but I'll go ahead and just, well,
Good.
it's okay. I don't have much of an act. I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
But you woke up, and I'd have to go back into these notes to see what, I don't even know if I wrote it down at the time because I was so terrified. But you woke up and you said something.
Mm-hmm.
And I responded, and then you said something else, and it was that second thing you said, which is just pretty common. The second thing you say, I realized, oh, she's asleep. But I didn't recognize it right away. But then when I did realize it,
Mm-hmm.
we'd been married for a couple months.
Yeah.
I chuckled because I was like, oh my gosh, she's sleep talking.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time I'd heard you do it in 2 months.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of chuckled. And you, without missing a beat, looked me dead in the eyes and said, shut up or I'll kill you. And I rolled over and questioned everything, that all the decisions I'd made. Why am I here? Why am I in this bed? This is a death sentence. She's going to kill me.
But you didn't even bring it up the next morning to discuss it. You literally let me walk out of the house. I come home. I start making dinner. You come home and you're tiptoeing around me and you don't say a word.
Yeah, because you're in there with knives and utensils and stuff.
But you don't say a word until I ask what was going on because you were acting so weird.
Well, first off, this is a lesson in communication for marriage. Just always communicate how you feel,
That's very true.
which you did that night.
Apparently I did.
And I didn't, forgive me for not knowing how to respond to a death threat 2 months into marriage.
You could just talk about it.
I didn't want to wake up the next morning and say, hey, babe, let's talk about that real quick. Do I need to be on my toes? You going to tell me when you're going to do it? You going to poison me? What are you going to do? You want me to dive into it?
I just wanted to.
I thought it is what it is. She said she's going to kill me. I will no longer laugh at her when she talks in the middle of the night.
I just thought you would have given some explanation of why you were tiptoeing around me.
Well, I'm much more forthcoming now. And when I brought it up, you were like, I did not say that. And I'm like, okay, you have no clue what you said last night. And then you said no. And then years, throughout the years, I've recorded.
Many a time that I have
not like
talked
audio
endlessly.
recorded, but like wrote down after the fact.
Real odd, weird things.
Yeah. I'm trying to find one that's appropriate because sometimes you talk like, she's a new
Sometimes I'm
mom.
not.
She's nursing. So there's some things that she might bring up that I don't want to bring up here. And sometimes she curses at me, which is scary.
I don't know that I'm doing it.
There was one thing you said I didn't even respond to.
Mm-hmm.
You just said, I think the person who stepped in the pool, it's finally up to their toes, but the baby is in the crib, so I'm okay. That's like a Eminem line. That's like a Drake lyric.
When did I talk about that?
I don't put dates. I need to start putting dates.
You do, yeah. I'll tell you what.
Because I'm writing these down, recording them in the morning or like right after they happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I have a joke come to mind, it's that same type of, I just get
Write
it
it
on
down.
paper.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know if any of your significant others sleep talk, and you can reach out and we can chat about it.
Yeah, it should be interesting to know. Speaking of late night habits and talking in our sleep, let's talk about your late night cereal eating habit. Now that you can eat colored cereal.
So I have not done it in the past couple weeks because I feel like I should probably stop.
Probably.
For the benefit of my own health. But yeah, for some reason, around like 9 or 9:30, I get a serious craving for cereal.
Yeah.
And I'll go get a couple bowls.
And I'm an early bird. I like the boy, our son goes to bed at like 8 p.m. I do what I need to do, and then I crawl right into bed. And I'm hopefully asleep by 9:30. And this cat over here is getting up at like 9:45 after I'm all like snuggled in bed, ready to go to sleep. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to go eat me some cereal at 9:45 at night. It blows my mind that
I think part of it is because I'm sitting there watching sometimes TikTok. Most of the time I'm watching YouTube, like hunting videos or something. And a lot of the guys that I watch also cook.
So you're watching them cook food.
I watch them cook food, and I'm like, wow, I can't thaw out my squirrel legs right now and make some dumplings, but I can get a bowl of cereal.
And do you continue to watch your video as you eat it?
I do.
Oh my gosh, does it satisfy your craving then?
It does because I'm laying there and because we eat kind of early too because the kids eat early. We're trying to eat later, but we still 5:30.
It's about 5:30.
And that's pretty early.
It is.
For a lot of adults.
Yeah.
And so if I'm still awake 4 or 5 hours later, I might get hungry.
I might get hungry too, but I just take a big gulp of water and go to sleep and eat in the morning.
Hey, listen, willpower. That's good on you. I don't know what to tell you. It's I try not to do it, but it's a thing. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm getting better.
You are.
I need to try that intermittent fasting thing. I feel like that would work for me.
Probably.
What are you doing? Just snacking all day?
Yeah, just little healthy snacks.
Oh.
Healthy snacks.
Wow. We'll revisit that. I got to go back to the drawing board. You got another subject?
I do. Competitiveness in my family versus you.
Yeah. I'm not competitive.
No.
At all.
No.
In fact, I got in some heated discussions with my high school basketball coach because he wanted me to have more fire. And I'm like,
this is what you
none of us are Larry Bird here. Let's just chill out.
Yeah.
Let's just go play some basketball, have some fun.
Right.
He's like, why don't you get on to the rest? Why don't you get mad at bad calls? I'm like, what are they going to do? Oh, you're mad? I'll change it. Let me change it back for you. That's not how that works.
No,
There's just no reason to get bent out of shape.
I get it.
Just keep on moving forward. That's always how I've been. And that's why I was a very mediocre athlete. Because I didn't have a lot of... You don't need to shrug your shoulders out.
I'm saying I don't know. Like, I didn't watch you play.
I was mediocre. And that's because I just didn't have a, I didn't have a huge competitive fire. I'm okay to admit that.
Okay.
I probably thrived more in band because there's not really... Band people like to act like they're competitive, but there ain't nothing one individual can do that can sway. I mean, now you can sway it in the wrong way.
That's very true.
In marching band. But they got super competitive, and I was just like, I'm just here playing music.
Yeah.
That was just kind of it would stink when we lost, but I wasn't like, well, what could I have done better?
Oh, true.
Because marching band is so much sometimes
team.
It's judged. And anything that's judged, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I didn't get bent out of shape about that either.
Very true.
In fact, this is how not competitive I am. I went to Springs Valley High School, French Lick, Indiana, and we won state championship in marching band in 2011.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And that was awesome. And I was going to quit band after that because I was like, you can't do any better than that.
And you were what, a junior?
No, I was going to be a senior. I was going into my senior year. And I was like, why risk it and lose when you can go out on top? And that's what I was going to do. My band director, he talked me into staying, and we got 4th at state the next year. And we lost people we've never lost to before, and I was angry about it. And I knew I should have just quit.
Okay, so all this to say you're not competitive, and my family is.
We were at, was it Father's Day?
Yes, it was.
And there is a croquet game going on.
My family's old school. We like old games.
Sounds like a Viking war in the background. People are screaming. They're screaming at each other. And I turn around, and it's the most ridiculous scene because y'all are so intense.
Yes.
And you're screaming, and you turn around, and you got a little stick between your legs, and you're hitting a little ball. It's like, and then I was playing cornhole, and people just get so competitive at cornhole, you know, and I'm just like, man, who cares? I'm just here to just relax and enjoy myself. And people, everything has to turn into a competition.
Yeah.
And I think part of and I'll tell you this, I think this is why I'm so burnt out on competition, is because I grew up in a family that us cousins were competitive. I wasn't as competitive, but okay, 4th of July is a prime example.
Yeah.
Dustin, my older cousin, right? We're playing cornhole against each other. It don't matter what I do, he's there stride for stride. And it angers me. And I was like, hey, man, we're adults now.
Yeah.
Loosen up a little bit. You know, I'm not saying let me win. You don't have to do that. But, like, I can't, like, as a kid, I couldn't win anything.
Right.
You know, and I still can't now. It don't matter what I do. If I threw 4 in on cornhole, he'd throw 5, and we only got 4 bags. That's how it always goes for
so
me.
that competitiveness with your cousin, or that thinking, that's just essentially our entire family and its being when it comes to sports or
Yeah, you know
any type of game.
You know what I'll never do with you guys again?
Play Skip-Bo?
No, that wasn't as bad.
Okay.
The immediate family, like your brother and our sister-in-law and your mom and dad, that's fine. It's the extended family. What's that game where you pass it around the table? Catchphrase.
He's talking about catchphrase.
That's it. That's ridiculously intense.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be.
My grandma tends to get a little violent in that
Everyone.
game, and she has hit a couple of members of the family in passing said game.
They'll be in the kitchen playing that, and I'm in the living room. Just,
All the men are. It's mainly all the women who get competitive and play the games.
I just can't do it. I can't do it. There's too many things that you got to stress over in life now. I'm not going to add some silly little child's play into it to
But
get
it's
stressed
fun.
over. That's fine. Whew, my thigh is showing again.
Better cover that white up.
I'm just not going to cut to the wide shot as much.
Probably not. All right. I got like 2 more.
Do you have my new Crocs on there?
No, but we can talk about your new Crocs and then go into another topic that
So-
has to deal with your Crocs.
I lost a pair of Crocs.
Yeah, very oddly, and we don't know how.
I don't know how. Jensen, our son, informed me
Yes.
what happened to them tonight.
Yeah.
He said, I think they're up in the sky with Jesus.
Apparently, Jesus came down and stole Curtis's
And
Crocs. I don't know.
I'm thinking, Jesus, he might have my Birkenstocks.
Where are
but
your
he does-
Birkenstocks?
They're in my closet.
Oh,
He wouldn't take my Crocs. He would take my Birkenstocks because they're. See, if I have to explain the joke,
they're Jesus sandals, and you shouldn't have to explain it, okay?
it hurts a little bit. That I
It
have to
does.
explain it. But I got a new pair of Crocs.
You do. White walls. Can you get your leg up that high?
Hang on.
No, he cannot. He is not limber at
Well,
all.
you don't need to be. There ain't no reason to be limber. I'm not out here trying to compete in the Olympics. Look at them bad boys.
White walls.
White walls, baby. I originally had just the regular black ones, and these are by far. But look at the nice detail on the back. Crocs. Little red detail here. What do you think about them? Those are sharp, and man, they're comfortable. I forgot how comfortable they
Well,
were.
I wear my Crocs every day in the house watching kids.
That's probably
'cause
what's
they're
wrong
so
with my
comfy.
foot.
Probably.
My foot misses my Crocs.
Probably. Your feet are probably just so jacked up. Let's talk about your feet. You have a toe,
I have 10.
but there's one toe in particular.
I don't think we need to get into it.
He
I
got-
should have approved this list.
Probably
before you
should have.
started
Yeah,
in.
but it's already done. It's in. It's now. My husband had like 5 years ago had a small fungus in his nail. Happens. We got medicine.
Happens to everybody
Yeah, happens to everybody.
occasionally.
We got medicine, cleared it up. It was fine. But since that fungus,
That medicine quit working.
well, I think it's more along the line you did not actually go see somebody about it to have them fully clean it.
But here's my thing. It didn't hurt.
Correct. You're right.
And it wasn't ingrown.
Yeah, it wasn't anything
So it didn't
crazy.
matter.
So it didn't matter to you.
It's my big toe on my left foot, in case you're wondering.
Yes. But now it's to a point where you have half a toenail. And the half a toenail that you do have is about 17 bazillion layers thick.
Yeah.
Because your toenail literally keeps growing over the dead stuff and you have to break it away with fingernail clippers.
Yep.
It's disgusting and it should never have happened.
Well, it did, and I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is. It don't hurt, so it don't matter.
Yeah, but that's your take on everything. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, I mean...
Is there something wrong with that theology?
No, but take care of your body. Get your foot looked at. Get that taken off.
It's not affecting my health, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's affecting your toe.
Who cares?
I care.
Why?
Because I have to see it.
Don't look at it. When you walk by, I don't look at your feet.
No, you don't. But I'm not staring down at your feet. You wear socks 90% of the time too, and that's another issue.
So then why I don't understand what you're complaining about here.
I'm complaining about your toe just to complain about it. I want other people's opinion. Should you have gotten your toe looked at? Should you have gotten that toenail taken off? Yes. And should you really be taking your socks and wearing them to bed? No.
Okay. I haven't wore socks to bed in a couple months now.
Because it's so dang hot outside.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with wearing socks in bed.
Your feet need breath. They need air. They need breathing.
They don't have any. I don't even understand that.
They need air.
They get air.
Outside of your socks. You get out of the shower and put socks on. And then you come home.
You act like you just said that like I literally step out of the shower and I don't even dry my feet off. I just put socks.
I feel like sometimes that's what
That's
you
not
do.
what I do. Listen, I didn't know this show was going to turn into a really judgmental zone. And
It's not judgmental.
It's very
We're
judgmental.
just talking about. I want other people's opinions. I got to put it out there.
They don't care.
I got to put it out there for other people to know.
They don't care.
They should know who they're listening to.
Why would I go get that toe checked out? What benefit would that have done for me?
To clean it up and maybe grow a healthy toe.
But who cares? The toe doesn't hurt. It doesn't affect me.
You should care.
But why? That's what I'm asking.
Because
I've still not gotten an answer.
you should care about taking care of your body.
I do take care of my body. The toe
Just not that toe.
is one of the least important items to
False.
be taken care of. If it was affecting the way I walk, of course I'd get it taken care of.
Maybe it's your
doesn't.
toe affecting your foot and how it's been hurting the last couple
foot.
of days.
Thank you. Other foot.
Something's going on.
I'm having some feet problems. And I think they've just been missing my Crocs. My right foot has been in incredible pain.
Yeah, that's really odd.
And like
I'm the one
throbbing
who
pain.
usually has the feet problems.
And
like
I have
that.
a pretty high pain threshold.
Mm-hmm.
I finished out a basketball game with a broken arm one time.
Because your mom told you to go back and play.
Correct. And it was junior high, so I didn't have a lot of power then.
And she didn't believe it was broken.
That's also true. She did not believe me. And when I've never been so excited to receive bad news from an x-ray.
Because you were so excited to tell your mom that she was wrong.
I was like, look at that, Mom. It's broken.
It's broken, Mom.
Told you. You know what happened in the game is I fell on it.
Yeah.
I went up, some dude took my legs out, and I fell on it.
Yeah.
I was playing Crawford County.
You remember this game?
And I come out of the game, and I never came out of the game in junior high because we didn't have a lot of guys, and I was one of the main point guards.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just didn't come out a lot. And so I came out, and I was out for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
And my mom came down, not to the coach, I want to clarify, not to the coach. She came to me, and she's like, what are you doing? Because she could tell that I was like not asking to go in. A lot of times if I came out, I was just getting a breather, and I'd say, hey, coach, good to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I broke my arm. She's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I broke it. You know, when I jumped up and they took my feet out from under me? She's like, yeah. I said, I fell on my arm. I broke it. She goes, no, you didn't. I said, have you ever broken your arm? She goes, no. I said, I just broke mine 2 years ago. It's broken again.
I feel like this is the same conversation that I had with my mother when I re-broke my arm as well.
Yeah. And then she said,
I was younger.
She said, well, I'm gonna get your Uncle Daryl down here and put some tape on it. I was like, yeah.
Because
all right,
that's
let's
gonna help.
do that. And so he comes down, he wraps it in tape, athletic tape, and
That's not
it does nothing. I mean, if it was a compound fracture, it would do a little bit more than what it was doing in that case.
Yeah.
I go over to the assistant coach. I said, Larry, I'm good to go. He's like, no, you're not, Crow. I can tell you're in pain. And I'm like, I'm good to go. Let's get out there. He goes, dribble the basketball. And I dribbled it with the other hand. He goes, dribble it with that hand. I said, there are other guys on the team who can only dribble with one hand. So I'm good.
I'm great.
And he's like, fair point. Check in. So I played the rest of the game, and I even shot it a couple times and made it with my opposite hand. So, little known legendary game in Springs Valley history. 7th grade boys, junior high basketball, Crawford County. The same game we had a tornado warning. We had to go into the laundry room of the gym for a bit.
During the game?
Mm-hmm.
Is this before or after you broke your arm?
This was after. So I was in there. It was horrible because we got done with the game, and I'm in incredible pain. And I was like, can we go to the hospital? Mom's like, we'll go in the morning. So I just laid on the couch that night. Just horrible pain.
So I broke my arm in first grade. Fell off the monkey bar second week of first grade. Came back like 5 days later, cast up, 6 weeks in a cast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those 90-degree right arms. Like, couldn't bend it. I had to stay like this.
I never had to have one of those.
Oh, it was bad. So fast forward to the summer between first and second grade. My brother and I, outside at the old house, riding bikes. This is before we had the deck, so we're making figure eights behind trees and whatever else. And he passed me, and his back tire and my front tire hit. So I got the wobbles, and I was real close to the tree. So I hit one of the tree roots, and I just, I fell over. And I landed on a tree root. Re-broke the arm, same exact place, just snapped it the opposite way. Another 90-degree right arm. And then fast forward 2 years later, the summer between 5th and 6th grade, maybe 4th and 5th grade, somewhere in there, I was going down a huge curly Q slide that did some whips and turns in it. Mm-hmm. And I flipped out of it going too fast. And I broke my left arm. Didn't have a 90-degree cast, but I was a little accident.
Breakage.
Oh, well.
The first time I broke my arm was a similar situation with the bike.
You had a speed bump on your arm,
you could ramp a Hot Wheel.
Yeah,
off my
you
arm.
could see that. Yeah.
Dustin was actually riding a scooter, a Razor scooter.
Down the hill?
No, down the road. We were racing.
And you were on the bike?
On a bike. Oh my gosh. And he cut in front of me, and I went over the handlebars, and it literally just like created this like just.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I got up. I said I broke my arm. He goes, "No, you didn't," because I said I broke my arm quite a bit as a kid. And I said, and it's just like, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you did." He had some other words, but
well,
that's
course.
what he said.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrifying for him because he felt horrible.
Mm-hmm.
When he's like, we decided to walk back to the house.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't ride back to the house.
You had a broken arm. I mean, it could affect you.
But I also, that good scar on my knee right there?
Yeah, yeah.
Or it might be the other one. I can't remember. And it was bleeding like crazy because, we hit the road.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't even see that at first because I'm like,
you have a broken arm.
I'm pain, like my arm, there's so much pain. It's just throbbing.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking at it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. They're going to have to amputate it. And
you always went worst case scenario.
And we get over and we get halfway there, and this neighbor lady is out in the yard, and she saw the whole thing go down. So she runs out there, and she's like, "Oh, sweetie, your knee's bleeding." And I'm like, "I don't care. Look at my arm." And she's like, "Oh, I got to get you a washcloth for that knee. You stay right here." And I'm like, "Lady, look at my arm. I don't care about the knee." And so she spends like 5 minutes while my uncle Scott, Dustin's dad, is coming. And she was only concerned about the blood. She acted like I hit a main artery.
I
was going to bleed
you
out.
hit your knee just right in gravel or concrete or
it's just
something,
a lot
it'll
of blood.
just it'll go.
I did not care. I actually had to have stitches on the knee. That's how bad it was. But in the moment, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, my uncle got over there, and he's like, "You sure you broke it?" And I was like, and he's like, "All right, yeah, let's go to the hospital."
So the second time I broke my arm, I cried wolf a lot. And so when I came inside, I was like, Mom, my arm really, really hurts. And she was like, how about we just take a seat? I'll get you an ice pack. Calm down. I was bawling my eyes out. She's like, just take a breath. So I sat at the bar for like an hour, and Mom just put more ice on my arm, And finally, Dad walked in the door and goes, what's going on? She goes, Miranda hurt her arm. She thinks it's broken. I don't really know what to do. Like, she won't move it. Like, she says it's very tender, blah, blah, blah.
Could
so
you
Dad,
visibly see anything wrong
no,
with it?
you couldn't. And so Dad was like, well, let's just go. Let's take her to the doctor. Let's go to the emergency room. If nothing's wrong with it, then nothing's wrong with it. They'll tell us what's going on, and we'll go from there. We get in there. They take x-rays. They come back, and the doctor just looked at my mom and put the x-ray up on that shiny thing or whatever and, like, lit it up and just pointed with that, like, staring at Mom. And Mom goes, oh, no. And she, after having a conversation with her later down the road, she's like, I had never felt so bad for making you sit there for an hour with a broken arm, but not knowing like it was actually broken.
But I mean, I get it. Like, I've seen our kids look like they've broken their neck,
destroyed their body.
I'll be like, you're good.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
Jensen will be like, I am. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he moves on, and he is good.
On. Yeah,
but
he's
like,
fine.
When's that moment going to come when
something actually
he's not
happens?
good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Going to interrupt here once again. We got another ad read. Sandra Catering, thanks for sponsoring the show. Anyone else interested in sponsoring the show, you can go ahead and reach out to me because we would love that. But for now, Sandra Catering. And you might be tired of hearing of them, and that's too bad because, well, that's how it works. That's how the world works. That's advertising. They're paying for it in a good way. Like, they're paying for the spot. They want to be heard on the show. That's kind of the deal. That's the deal. So once again, we'd like to thank Sandra Catering for sponsoring the show. We are working on some fun new ideas with them to sponsor segments of the show. And I will tell you, the next episode is one of those ideas. It's a lot of fun. The next episode is a lot of fun. I can't tell you why I know that. It's not that I am recording this in the future and then putting it back in later. Probably not why. I do know that next show is fun. Episode number 22, I think, is going to be a blast. So if you need catering service and you're in Southern Indiana, you're going to want to call Sandra Catering. They can cater parties as small as 10 and as large as 5,000. That's a lot. 10 is a little. 5,000 is a lot. I mean, obviously, that's how it goes. This includes everything from corporate events to graduations. So literally any event you have, Sandra can cater it. And they will. That's what they do. You pay them, they bring you great food and great service. That's Sandra Catering. All right. I think that's it. That's paying the bills. Back to the episode. You got any other topics for me?
Nah.
That was it?
Yeah. That's all I got.
Well,
do you want more? You said 5 or 6. That was like 7 or 8.
No, that's good. I got some stuff to talk about.
Oh, no.
So it's not that big a deal. As you all know, I got a comedy show coming up.
He does.
How do you feel about this whole comedy thing?
You're good at it. I mean, you make me laugh on a daily basis, so that's a plus for me. That was something I always wanted when I was trying to find my husband 15 billion years ago.
That must have been the only criteria, because if you see a picture of me from then,
you were babyface.
There wasn't a lot to look at.
Hey, I married you the way you were, and I'm still married to you the way you are.
You're like, I hope this guy becomes a comedian, because otherwise he's going to be a loser.
I mean, you still are a loser, but I still love you.
All right. Well, that hurt a little bit.
That's okay. It's meant to.
So
love hurts sometimes.
Listen to this. All right.
Okay.
Got a comedy show coming up.
Yeah, you do.
September 23rd at the Astra in Jasper, Indiana.
Yep.
Me, Jacob, Ruble, both opening for Brian Bates.
Yes.
Brian Bates, the man.
Mm-hmm.
On a Nate Land podcast, he's got a dry bar comedy special.
Yep.
He's been at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah. He's been everywhere.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And tickets are probably live for that when this show comes out.
Probably. Yep.
Maybe sold out.
Maybe. Who knows?
Got to get them quick. I don't know. I don't know when this is coming out. I don't know how many I haven't edited yet. This may be out before the tickets come out.
It very well could be.
The show will be announced, though, by the time this comes out. So, anyways, yeah, I'm very excited about that show.
Yeah.
It'll be my second paid gig. I actually got one before that's a little bit more of a private gig. It can be open to the public, but I don't know that it needs to be because it's like a private gig and there's already going to be 300 people there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we need that. But here's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, no.
You know how I've been trying to figure out like what I feel comfortable in on stage?
Yeah.
Like clothes-wise. And I know that sounds silly, but it's a big deal.
Right.
Especially for someone like me who I'm really nervous to get up there. Not as much anymore.
Right.
But actually, this is one of the first times I've worn a T-shirt on this podcast because I have this thing about showing my arms. There's nothing wrong with my arms.
Yeah.
I just like to have long sleeves on. It's like a security thing. And especially in comedy, it's like I'm already giving up enough of myself
You don't wanna
socially.
expose yourself anymore.
I want a little bit of protection.
Okay.
I've literally worn a jacket in the summer
Yeah, I've realized that.
when I go to open mics
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Chicago. I'll wear a T-shirt underneath and then I'll put a jacket on.
Right.
And that's what I do it for.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about getting a shirt specifically for this show.
For just this show?
For the show at the Astra.
Oh,
in
the comedy show.
September.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm trying to figure out what's my vibe when I'm up there. And I don't want it to be crazy, but I'm like, what could I get that's a nice shirt, that's a little different. It's also something I can wear to my day job.
Okay.
All right. And I think that I've found it, and I want to know your opinion on it.
Okay. Is it crazy colored?
No, it's not. It's very me colored.
Is it crazy patterned?
No, it's just a little bit old school and
Okay.
vintage.
Good Lord, it looks like a bowling shirt.
It is a bowling shirt,
Oh my gosh.
but you like it.
The color is fine.
You like it because you didn't immediately say no, and I understand. I know how you are. Folks, we've got a winner.
No.
Can I get it?
No.
No? I've really been dead set on getting this shirt.
And now he's going to make this all about how I'm going to hurt his feelings and crush his dreams.
I'm not going to do that. You want to see the other ones that were on the list?
No.
They're even more like this is just a straight up like I'm not getting this. This is a straight up bowling shirt.
Oh my gosh.
But they're vintage bowling shirts. Like it could be like I had this one on the list too. That's even crazier.
That's disgusting.
And it's a bowling shirt. See, this one feels vintage. It feels like me. That's what I like about it. Doesn't that feel like me? It's a little bit of me mixed with Kramer, maybe.
Oh my gosh, that's what it is. It's a shirt Kramer would wear.
Do I have your permission to get this shirt for the show? And also, I'll wear it to work too. I don't care.
If you get the shirt, that's the only shirt. It's the only vintage bowling shirt you're ever allowed to buy, ever.
What happens? Hear me out. What happens if my comedy career takes off and, once or twice a month, I'm on the road with another comedian and I need a couple shirts?
We'll cross that road when it comes.
Bridge. Cross
Okay,
that bridge.
we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
But I can get this shirt?
One.
All right. It'll be here Wednesday. This is a big deal, folks. I'm debating, should I show the image or should I wait, make people... I'm going to show the image because it's really not that big a deal.
It's really not that big a deal. I don't know why you're making such a
And
big deal.
most people are going to be coming for Brian Bates.
Yeah.
So, okay, you didn't need to agree with that so
well,
aggressively.
you want me to be honest. It's all about communicating, is it not?
It is.
Yeah.
So we'll get this shirt in. We'll see. I don't know what the sizes are like in the vintage bowling shirts. I feel like they probably run a little small.
It's like a button up. So whatever you buy in button up,
I know,
would
but
just...
I did.
Okay.
It's on its way.
Okay, cool.
So September 23rd, the Astra in Jasper. You can visit. You can find it on my Instagram. I'll have the link in my bio on Instagram.
So fancy.
That's right, where you can purchase tickets to the show.
Yep.
Bring your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this, okay, as a closing statement. It's clean comedy,
It is. Yes.
but don't bring your kids.
Yeah.
It's not for kids.
It's not for kids.
It's not a magic show. This is not Pigeon Forge. It's not dinner and a show. This is for adults. It's clean comedy
It is.
for adults.
It'll be very good. It's just meant for adults. It's just not meant for kids.
I'll tell stories and the kids won't laugh. I don't want that.
Correct.
I want everyone laughing.
Yep. So
All
just
right?
you.
I don't
want
to be looking down at some
friends.
little 7-year-old that's just like during the show. Okay?
They'll probably be sleeping by the time this actually happens. at night.
Okay. Another reason why we don't want them there.
Exactly.
We
It's
want
their bedtime.
to fill the theater with people who are ready to hear some comedy.
I'm going to have to find a babysitter that's not our family.
I know everyone.
It was nuts.
Everyone's
both
gonna be
my
there.
parents, both your parents,
Yep.
my brother. They're not going to be able to watch the kids. They'll be there.
We'll get some high school or college students.
I got plenty of high schoolers to call.
But who knows? They might all come too. It's going to be a hot ticketed item. You know, when I put it out on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and this was when I knew the show was happening. The date wasn't like in concrete
Set.
yet.
Yep.
And I just said on Facebook, if I were to do a stand-up comedy show,
Mm-hmm.
live, local, who would come? And I had 80 comments, and everybody was like, I'll be there. There were a couple people who were like, when is it? Well, they might not be there,
They might not be there.
but
Everybody else will.
everybody else will. And I don't think I'm going to get all 80 of those people, but I bet I can count on 20 or 30 of those people to show up.
Probably.
I've already been sprinkling in it to conversation, but hey, save the date. Just letting you know.
I know our girls group was so excited to hear that you were doing comedy at the Astra.
Yeah, but you
And
guys
when-
told them that I was open
Nope.
for.
Nope. I did not. Emily did. Okay.
They said I was open
For Dusty Slay.
That's not true.
It's not
I
true.
would love to open for Dusty Slay.
And
but I'm
Dana, our sister-in-law, I had to calm everybody down and be like, no, sorry guys, I can't remember his name. But
Yeah.
she couldn't remember his name and was like, it's not Dusty Slay, I promise you. And they were all like, oh man.
Yeah. Well, don't say that. That'll hurt Brian's feelings.
Yeah. But they didn't know. Like, so, but it
Well,
was a whole.
A lot of people in our friend group are big fans of Dusty Slay.
Yes.
Because, like, I give off very Dusty Slay vibes.
Yes.
And most of our friends are like, you guys are long lost brothers.
Yeah.
And which is a massive compliment.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great
yeah.
comedian.
He is. He's
Very
amazing.
funny guy. And Dusty, if you're listening, he's not.
He's not.
If you're listening, I would love to open for you.
That'd be
sometime.
awesome.
If you
Be
want to
cool.
take the chance, maybe a corporate event
Take a
sometime.
chance on me.
You know, low chance. But I am opening for Brian Bates. I'm really excited about the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Maybe we'll hear about it on the Neatland podcast that he's coming.
Well, they typically talk about where
Yeah.
they're going.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
where Jasper, Indiana is gonna get, or at least the Astra is gonna get a shout out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And hopefully more. I'm gonna try to get Brian on this podcast while he's in town.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So Dad's gonna be mad again because he
Again,
got kicked
'cause
off.
it's not him.
Show. How do you think this went?
We did all right.
Anyone all right?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. About an hour long.
Good gracious. Well, it's time to go.